So glad. I'm glad to be here. My name is Angela Petrilli. I am here with my friends at Fishman for a brand new live episode of the Riff Rundown. I am back. I have been playing a bunch and gigging a ton out here in LA, and man, is it great to be back doing a live stream today for all of you. Super thrilled. So today we're going to be learning Drift Away by Dobie Gray, originally written by Mentor Williams. Such a great song. Again, lots of bar chords, so those of you, say definitely geared towards more the intermediates advanced for today, but my beginners who are watching, there's always something for everybody here in these lessons, as I like to say. So we're going to be doing that one today. Have your electric guitar in standard tuning for this one. If you have an acoustic, it's okay, but I prefer you had an electric. It'll be a little bit easier to get these bar chords down. So yeah, super excited. Again, we are live today. So this is also a live Q&A. So if you guys have questions throughout the hour, please put them in the comments. Reckless575, good to see ya. Good to see you on here. Thanks for the wave. Glad everybody's doing great. And again, before we get started, you guys know I like to ask a question. So let me know where you are tuning in from and a song that brings you joy. And if it's more than one, that's okay. But a song that brings you joy, you hear it on the radio, and it brings you back to like good vibes. So that's what I want to know. What's a song that does that for all of you? I know the Rain song does that for me by Led Zeppelin, and this one as well. So again, Drift Away is the tune we're going to be learning today. Super fun one. Get your electric guitar in standard tuning. We are live today, folks. So happy to have you here. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Drift Away, Dobie Gray. Here we go. It's going to be a fun one today. So let's go ahead, start it from the top. Again, it's been a couple weeks since I've been live, and it is so great seeing all of you here. Been playing a bunch. Again, released a new EP and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and look at the iconic intro of this tune. I'm going to play it just a little bit slower than I did the top. As we noticed here, all bar chords. But we're going to break it up chord by chord, note by note. All right, so here we go. Nice and slowly here, okay, at the top, here's the intro. So, with this, I like to play this using hybrid picking. So those of you who aren't familiar with it, what it is you use a pick and your fingers plucking the strings at the same time. For me, that's the most comfortable way. Could you use a pick through all of this? Could you finger pick all of this? Yes. Will they all sound wonderful? Absolutely. They're all going to sound great. For me, this is the most comfortable. Okay? So here's what we're going to do here. We're going to start with a B major chord. Okay? We're going to play it here. Here's a way that I like to play a B major chord. I get my first finger. I put it across the second fret of the A string through the high E. Okay? So the tip of your first finger should be rooted on that B note, which is second fret of the A string. Okay? From there, you're going to get your third finger. Okay? It's going to be a 2-finger chord that we're going to play. Want you to get your third finger, you're going to place it across 3 strings. Okay? 4th fret of the D string, G string, and B string. Okay? So it should sound like this. Don't worry so much about the high E string. We're not going to need it in this part of the intro. Okay? So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to play the first part. So just like that. What we're going to do, we're going to strike that B note first, okay, the A string. So strike that with your pick, okay? And you can use your third finger or your second finger to play this next part, okay? You're gonna strike upwards, okay, using our fingers, upwards on the B string and G string together. That will sound like this. Just like that. So we've got the A string and then the B and G string together. So let's go ahead and do that. Just like that. Let the pick play the A string. And then your second, third finger, whichever one you like, striking upwards on the B and G string, okay? Just like that. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and play the 4th fret of that D string, okay? In this case, that note's an F sharp. Okay, you can strike that with the pick or with your fingers. Again, up to you. Just like that. Okay, let's go ahead and do that again, nice and slowly. Like I always say in these lessons, we can't play anything fast, we can't play slow. So I really want you to take your time with this. Okay, I really want you to take your time. Okay, nice and slowly, here we go. Just like that. With a little speed. So that's how we're striking the B major chord, okay? Next chord here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a D sharp minor 7, okay? So how we're gonna do that, I want you to go ahead and put that first finger, okay? Place it across the 6th fret of the A through the high E string. So your first finger should be on the D sharp, which is on the 6th fret of the A string, okay? We're calling it D sharp because we are in the key of B today, all right? So your third, or your second finger rather, I want you to place that on the 7th fret of the B string, okay, that's going to be our F sharp. And your third finger here, placing that on the 8th fret of the D string, okay, right there, just like that. So we've got this, and that's what it should sound like, okay, just like that. So how we are going to strike this chord, okay, with your second or third finger, or even both if that's comfortable, okay? We're going to strike upwards on the 7th fret of the B string and the 6th fret of that G string there. So just like that, striking upward. From there, we're going to go ahead and play the D string and then the A string. So that will sound like this. And you can choose to use your pick on the D and A string, okay? Just like that. Let's do that again. Okay, so that's what's happening there. So let's start from the B chord, moving up to the D sharp minor 7. Okay, and again, if you guys are enjoying these lessons, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, click that like button. It helps the cause, the algorithm, and all that cool stuff. So really appreciate it. So here we go, from the top B to D sharp minor 7. Okay, so here we go. Again. D sharp minor 7. Again. And again, a little faster now. Let's do that again, hitting the D sharp. again, let's keep going. Okay, just like that. Now, next chord is going to be an E major. We're not going to play it up here, though. We're going to play it as a bar chord, okay? So what I want you to do here, we're going to use the same grip that we did for the B major up top, all right? So, first finger, third finger, okay? First finger, bring it across to the 7th fret, okay? A string through the high E. Third finger here, I want you across the 9th fret of the D string, G string, and B string, just like that. We're only using 2 fingers for this bar chord. So here's what this sounds like. Okay, it's just like that. That's what we want to do there. And we're going to do the same pattern here, okay, striking the B and G string together. So in this case, the 9th fret of the B string and G together using your fingers. Okay, 9th fret, the D string, 7th fret of the A string. Okay, so just like that. Okay, that's our E major. So if we go through slowly, B major, D sharp minor 7, okay, to E major. Here's what that sounds like. Again, we can't play anything fast, we can't play slow. Let's take our time with this, okay? So here we go. Just like that, okay? Let's go ahead and do that again. Okay, starting to hear it, right? Nice and slowly, here we go. Okay, let's do that again, a little faster. Here we go. And again, a little faster. Here we go. Okay, so those are the first 3 chords. Again, B major, D sharp, minor 7 to E. We're going to go back now to our D sharp minor 7. So we're from E. And what we're going to do here, we're only going to play 3 notes. So that's what that sounds like. So all we're doing, okay, again, we're hybrid picking here if you'd like. We're going to go ahead and get our 2nd and 3rd fingers striking upward on the B and G string together, just like that. So that's what this should sound like. Then 8th fret of the D string. Strike down on your pick on that D string. Okay, so we've got just like that. That's it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that a couple times here, and then we'll add it to the rest of the chords. Just like that. Okay, let me know in the comments. How's everybody doing? Let me know. Okay, so here we go. From the top, we're now going to incorporate B, D sharp minor 7, E, back to D sharp minor 7. Okay, and if you're enjoying the lessons, click that like button, folks. Helps the cause. Here we go. Again. Again. A little faster. Here we go. There we go. That's a note I want. Let's do that again. We're live. Here we go. Speed it up. Here we go. Okay. From there, what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to our B major. So we know how to play it here, but if we're just tuning in, I'll show you again. First finger, okay, bringing it across the 2nd fret of the A through the high E string. 3rd finger goes to the 4th fret of the D, G, B string. Okay, so we've got, that's what we're looking for. Okay, now what we're going to do here is So we're going to, again, hybrid picking second and third finger, striking upward on the B and G string together at the same time. Playing our B note here with our A string. And then our F sharp here, 4th fret of the D string. So that will sound like this without the commentary. Using the pick on the lower strings, the A and D string. So we've got just like that. Okay? Now, let's go ahead, go back to the top, playing all 5 of these chords now. Here we go. I'll play it slowly. Do that again slowly, and then I'll bring up the speed. Do that again, a little faster. One more time. Now the next chord here, we're going to play an F sharp sus 4. Here's how I like to play this. I like to use the same grip as my B chord here, but then I just bring all my fingers up a string. So, first finger, okay, we want it playing the F sharp here at the root, 2nd fret of the E string. My 3rd finger is playing the 4th fret of the A string, D string, and G string. So that sounds like this. And that's exactly how we're gonna play it, okay? Just like that. And we got Sean asking, what key are we in today? We're in the key of B major, my friend. B major. Okay, so that's how we're going to play that F sharp sus 4. Pretty neat chord, isn't it? And then from there, we're going to strike the F sharp and then resolve on our B major. So that sounds like this. I'll do that again. Just like that. So here's the whole intro slowly. I want you following along, all right? From the very top. Again. A little faster now. And a little faster. There's some good bar chords, aren't they? Yeah, so if we need, again, to kind of get our hand nice and warmed up, right? Kind of give those fingers a stretch. I like to do the one-handed wave like this. Okay, another good one here is putting the hand all the way back and then just lightly pulling. Okay, not too hard, maybe for about 10 seconds. Okay, and then releasing that. So nice one-handed wave. Okay, even if you want to do like nice open hand to a fist. Okay, one-handed wave, arm back. Nice, just light tug there for about 10 seconds, bring it back. Okay, so good stuff. Okay, so that's the intro. I'll go ahead and play that again. Pretty fun one, right? Lots of bar chords. Okay, so now from there, we're gonna go ahead and go through the verse. So the verse, we're gonna have a little bit of relief. We're gonna have one open chord in this verse. Okay, so that's gonna sound like this. I'm gonna play the verse, so here we go. obviously the iconic chorus is at the end, but we'll get there in a minute. But let's go ahead and look at the verse here. So what we're going to do here, we're going to start with an E major. So we got here, okay, using our first 3 fingers. Those of you who don't know how to play an E major, I'll show you real quick here. First finger is going to be on the first fret of the G string, that's a G sharp, okay? Second finger, second fret, the A string, that's our B note. And then you've got your third finger here, okay? Second fret, the D string, which is an E. You're going to go ahead and strum everything. Just like that, okay? So that's our E major. Those of you who need a strumming pattern here, okay? Down, down, up, down, up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use that without the guitar in the background. Down, down, up, down, up. Done. Okay, so that sounds like this with the E major. Then from there, we're going to go to a B major, okay? And how we do that, right? We've already learned this chord we saw in the intro. Same strumming pattern here. Down, down, up, down, up. Okay? Don't worry so much about getting that F sharp, right? That second fret of the high E. Don't worry about it. You can just end your strumming on the third fret of the, fourth fret of that B string. Okay, that D sharp, you can just end it there, that's fine. From there, we're gonna go to an E and we're gonna split this measure. So that sounds like this. You notice I had a slash chord there. They're super fun. And this is a really good one. And as I was getting ready for this lesson today, I know a lot of you say, Angela, like playing chords with my thumb is kind of tough. This is a good one to start with. So what happens is we have half the measure is an E, and then the other half is an E over F sharp. Okay, it's very faint, but you can hear it on the recording. So what you can do is this. You just wrap that thumb around. You don't need to squeeze really hard here. You just wrap it around until you hear the pitch, and it's nice and clear. You know how hard you need to press. So this is a good one because our thumb is already kind of hanging out in that area anyway. So those of you who are, wanting to get into playing chords with your thumb, I encourage you. This is a good one to start with, okay? So just like that, and that's what it sounds like. Go ahead and play all 6 strings here. Okay, so this is an E, and then over F sharp, second fret of that E string. Neat chord, isn't it? Beautiful passing chord in this song. So here's what that sounds like. Again, the progression so far, E to B, and then split measure E to E over F sharp, okay? And yes, people are asking, Marty, we are live today. We are live today. And again, if you guys have questions in the comments, this is a live Q&A too. So go ahead and put those comments in the comment section. And after this verse, I'll go ahead and answer some of your questions that you guys have, all right? So here we go. From the top, and again, that strumming pattern, down, down, up, down, up, okay? Here we go. E major. And let's go ahead and do that again. Here we go. From the top, E major. Now from there, feels like we need a little bit of resolve, right? Go ahead and end that phrase with a B major, and that sounds like this. Back to B. Okay, so just like that. Now we're going to do here for the next part of the verse, okay? We're going to have the first two chords, E and B, they're going to be the same. However, we get a new one, okay? The next chord after that is going to be a C sharp minor 7. Let me show you how to play it. So first finger, bringing that to the 4th fret of the A string through the high E, nice bar. And again, when you're playing bar chords, nothing crooked, right? We want to get as close to the fret as we can without touching it. Okay, nice perpendicular. All right? So that's what we got there, okay? Your second finger, I want that on the 5th fret of the B string. That's an E note, okay? Your third finger here, go ahead and place that on the 6th fret of the D string. It's going to be a G sharp. Just like that, okay? And again, same strumming pattern here. Okay? And the final chord in this part, we're going to go to an E major leading up to that chorus. Okay? So the second half of the verse sounds like this. E to B, C sharp minor 7 to E. Okay? So here we go. Here's the second half of the verse sounds like. Just like that. Not too bad. So let's go ahead and do the entire verse. Again, the entire progression is going to be E to B, E to E over F sharp, okay, to B. From there, E to B, C sharp minor 7 to E. All right, so here we go from the top. Just a little slower. Pretty cool, right? Let's go ahead and do that verse one more time, and then I'm going to take some of your questions live. So here we go, from the top, E major. Okay, so we've got our intro and our verse out of the way. So let's go ahead and take some of your questions again. Put them in the comments, and I will get to a couple of them right now. Again, we are live today, folks. Also, too, I'm going to do this. If you guys haven't purchased my new EP, The Voices, it's streaming. I've got it on vinyl, all that good stuff. I just put the link in the comments so you guys could check it out. But yeah, we're really proud of it. It's really cool. So if you want to check it out, link is right there, my friends. Okay. So let's go ahead and see some of the questions you guys have. All right. So let's see. Yeah, the use of the thumb. It's a common thing that someone like Jimmy Page and like Stevie Ray Vaughan, they used it a lot. It's a good way to get some of those bass notes while keeping some of the other fingers free for maybe doing some suspensions or like 9 chords, that kind of stuff. It's a good tool. It's a good tool. I encourage you. And this E over F sharp is a really good one to kind of get yourself started on playing chords with your thumb, kind of with that blues kind of touch, right? So yeah, keep up the good work with using your thumb. All right. So let's see. All right. Good stuff. Let's see. Anyone find the pizza shirt, the merch listings? That's on my so it's on my website. I have a Petrilli pizza shirt. So yes, you can go on my online merch store. You can go on my website, AngelaPetrillimusic.com, and you can get all my t-shirts and merch there. And we ship worldwide. So anywhere in the world, you can go ahead and grab one. Why is the vinyl at 45 RPM? Bill, great question. Because 45 RPM sounds better. So that's what we did. That's what we did. Yeah, 45 RPM. It sounds better, and we thought it deserved to be on 45, so that's what we did. And since we only had 5 tunes on the EP, it made sense to do that. So yeah, that's why it's on 45. All right, so let's go ahead and look now at the chorus. So I'm going to give you guys two different options and ways of playing the chords in the chorus. I know I have been playing the song a ton live. This is one, it's a staple in a lot of like jam and open mics and like blues nights, that kind of thing. It's a great one to play. And a lot of times you're not the only person playing guitar in a song like this. So it's good to have your, updated syntax on the chords that you're playing. So I'm going to show you the bar chord way, and then I'll show you like a Hendrix style inversion way of playing some of these chords too, which I find awesome. They sound really, really great. Okay, so as far as the chorus goes, we're going to keep it really simple here with the bar chord version. So this is the bar chord version, all right? So we've got chorus, sounds like this. Chorus here. I'll do that again with the words. Get where the beat goes and free my soul. I wanna get lost in rock and roll and drift away. Okay, so that's what's happening there, and then after that we go right into the intro. Okay, so those are the bar chords. We kind of know them already. The F sharp we didn't touch on yet, so let's do that. So B major, we know. And again, same strumming pattern. Down, down, up, up, down, up, okay? And then we go to an F sharp. So F sharp here, first finger, all across all 6 strings of the 2nd fret, okay? So just like that. We're gonna get our 3rd finger here, placing that on the 3rd fret of that G string. Okay, that's gonna be our let's see, we'll call it a B flat or A sharp in this case, okay? So or A sharp, it's an F sharp chord, A sharp. That is the appropriate way to say it. So, got our 3rd finger here, okay, 4th fret of the A string, C sharp, and then our 3rd finger here, F sharp, 4th fret of the D string, okay? Okay, so F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. That's how we build this chord. And again, same strumming pattern. We don't want our first finger crooked, okay? Get as close to those frets as you can without touching it, okay? So again, same strumming pattern here. And then to an E major. After that, okay, so we have 1 measure of each. So B, F sharp, E, 1 measure each. And then we go B, F sharp, E, and then E gets the 2nd measure. So that would sound like this. Again, the chorus is only 3 chords. Let's go ahead and start from the top, bar chord version, then we'll look into an inversion version of the chorus. Okay, so here we go from the top. I'll play it a little slower. Back to B. Measure of E, and then we go into that intro. Pretty cool, right? So, bar chords, I know. Bobby 7/4, I know. They're tough. But again, perfect, well-intentioned practice will make for great sounding guitar playing. So really take your time. Can't play anything fast, you can't play slow, Bobby. I believe in you. You can do it, okay? Nice and slow. So, yeah, I'm gonna steal that. The inversion version. Let's do it. Okay, so we have B major, right? So we've got the bar chords, and they're cool. But let's bring it up a notch, okay? So what you could do here, and I know when I play this live, I tend to do this kind of stuff underneath. Now, we're not going to be strumming a bunch with these inversions, okay? So it would sound something like this. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Again, this is color. I don't think it's on the recording, but again, something kind of neat. So that's a B. That's an F sharp. Again, just something to give you an idea, like just that can spark something very cool in your own playing. So here's what we're gonna do. So we've got this chord here. So this is a B chord, but we are moving the root. We are replacing it with a D sharp. So check this out. Again, we're going to be using 2 fingers with this chord, our first finger and our third finger. I want you to place your first finger on the 4th fret of the D string and G string. So that should sound like this. If we're curious what those notes are, it's an F sharp and a B. Okay? So now what we're going to do here is we're going to put our 3rd in the bass. Reaching with your 3rd finger, 6th fret of the A string. Just like that. So there's your regular B. And here it is with the D sharp in the bass. Kind of cool, right? So it's a neat option. And again, those of you who are like, it's kind of like a bar chord light, L-I-T-E, okay? And what you can do here is you can choose to just strum that and let it ring. Or go ahead and get that 3rd finger, sliding it a whole step from the 4th fret to the 6th fret of the A string, and then strum the chord. So you can choose to do that. So that is a B over D sharp if we're being absolutely, right, that slash chord. And if you want to include that B string in there too, you can do that too. Pretty nice, right? Now we're going to use the same shape to play the F sharp. So check it out. So that's where the F sharp lives, okay? And if we're being absolutely, right, we're going to put the A sharp in the bass. So let's go ahead and start with our first finger, okay? This shape that we've played, the 4th fret, we're going to move it, okay, all the way to the 11th fret of the D string and the G string. All right, so we've got a C sharp and we have an F sharp. Your 3rd finger, right here, move this other hand out of the way, it's going to play the A sharp at the 13th fret of the A string. Pretty neat, right? 'Cause check it out. Here's F sharp bar chord. And here it is here. Cool stuff, right? So you can choose to slide from the 11th fret to the 13th fret of the A string. You can do that. It sounds pretty cool to play over that F sharp, okay? From there, we're going to go to an E. So now we're going backwards, okay? So the E with our G sharp in the bass, okay? That G sharp is on the 11th fret of the A string, okay? And your B and E are going to be on the 9th fret of the D string and the G string. And then you can slide like that from the 7th fret of the A string to the 9th, and then strum the chord. So I'm going to play through the whole thing, those 3 chords. All right, so here we go. Pretty nice, isn't it? Let's go ahead and do that again. So there's our B. There's our F sharp. And there's our E. So notice how it's a little bit different than this. Cool, right? So again, it acts as a really nice little supplementary inversion version of those chords. Kind of neat. So again, version 1 bar chords, strums, and now let's do the inversions. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, right? So that's what's happening there. Neat stuff. So that's the chorus 2 different ways. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and get into the bridge. Again, this is live Q&A. I am live today. It's been a couple weeks. Glad to be back. If you guys have questions in the comments, it is a comment friendly form. I gotta say, everyone, you guys are so cool and so nice to each other and so uplifting. I see the comments. I love how everyone is just so kind to each other and roots for each other here. Again, we are all students, including myself. I'm a perpetual student of the guitar. It is a constantly humbling instrument, and we're all students here as far as I'm concerned. So I love that everyone's so nice to each other. So let's keep up the good work. I really, really love the community that we're building here. So thank you all very much for that. So here's what's going to happen. So we've got the bridge, okay? And it's all chords that we have played already. Now, there is a piano part on here. So I'm trying to emulate this the best that I can for a single electric guitar line. So the chords that are happening here, okay, it's going to be a C sharp minor 7, okay, which we played in the verses, okay, to an E, to a B, to a C sharp minor 7, to an E, to an F sharp. Don't worry, I will go through all of that again. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play through it, and then we're going to talk about it. All right. And again, if you're really digging the tones and stuff, all of the Fishman gear that I use in these lessons, these guys help me week after week, and just it's a ton of fun. You can check out the Fluence pickups that I've got in my awesome 98 American Deluxe Strat. Link is in the video description below, so you can check out all that good stuff too. So let's go ahead and look at the bridge here. I'm going to play it a little bit slower. Okay. Again, we're emulating like a piano part. So here is here's how that sounds. F sharp. Here we go. So what's great about this, okay, is we're gonna go ahead and alter. We're gonna hybrid pick. We're gonna hybrid pick this. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Okay. C sharp minor 7. We're gonna play it a little bit of a different way. We played it here, but why not do a different version of it? Okay. So we're gonna get our first finger here. We're gonna place that across the 9th fret. Okay. Of the G string, B string, and E string. We're gonna get our 3rd finger here, 11th fret of the D string. Okay. So that's our root there. That's the C sharp. Okay. Now what we're going to do here, so this is technically a C sharp minor. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get our pick. Okay. We're going to do some hybrid picking again. We're going to strike the 11th fret, and with our 2nd finger and 3rd finger, we're going to strike upwards on the high E and B string. So that'll sound like this. Got it? Let's go ahead and do that again. With our middle finger, okay, plucking upward on the B string, just strike that, okay? We're gonna do that 4 times. We're gonna go nice and slowly, because like I say, we can't play anything fast, we can't play slow. So let's take our time. Here we go. Not too bad, right? Let's do that again. Now we're going to go to an E major. We're going to go back to that bar chord. Okay, good stuff. What we're going to do here, okay, we're going to get that E note. Okay, 7th fret of the A string. We're going to pluck that with our pick. And again, with our 2nd and 3rd fingers striking upwards on the high E and B string. So that's going to sound like this. We're going to play them all together at the same time. A little cleaner. Just like that. Always a student, folks. Okay, like that. And then what we're going to do here, G string, strike that by itself. So here we go. Good stuff. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back and forth between those 2 chords. And after this bridge, we've covered all of the chords of the song. And we have enough time. We might even go over, which is okay. There's some great little lines I want to talk about too, okay, that are happening in the intro and in the verses. So we'll go ahead and talk about that, okay? So here's what's happening here. C sharp minor, 4 times, E major, stuff. Let's do that one more time. We'll keep adding on chords. And again, you're enjoying these lessons. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, folks. We have a ton of fun here. Here we go. Okay. Next, we're going to play a B major. And guess what? We're going to play that 4 times in a row, too. Here's how we're going to play the B major. We're playing it a different way. We're really working the fretboard today. So first 3 fingers, okay? First finger, bring that across, okay? It's going to be a nice little pinch here. 7th fret of the B string and the high E string, okay? Now we're going to get our 2nd finger, placing that on the 8th fret of the G string, okay? That's our D sharp, okay? 3rd finger is playing B 9th fret of the D string. Now, what we're going to do here, pick plays the D string where your 3rd finger is, 9th fret, okay? Again, striking upwards with the 2nd and 3rd finger. We're hybrid picking here. High E string and B string. Good stuff. Then, that D sharp. And you can go ahead and use your middle finger to play that. I know it's what's comfortable for me. Okay, that's the first part of the bridge. Let's go ahead and start from the top. Here we go. About this, after we go back to C sharp minor, then we go back to E, and then we add an F sharp, and then there's a really great little guitar line that I want to show you, and then we're going to get into some of the lead lines. Okay, so here's what that sounds like. So we've got C sharp minor to E to B, then C sharp minor E to F sharp. So that F sharp, because I already know how to play all the other chords, right? So that F sharp can play properly, unlike what I did a few moments ago. Okay. We're live. We're all students, folks. All right. First finger across the 9th fret of the A string through the high E. You're going to get your 3rd finger here. 11th fret of the D string, G string, and B string. F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. Okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to strike the 9th fret and the 11th fret with our 2nd and 3rd finger. And then we're going to strike that B string by itself. Okay, so here, let's go ahead and give it a try. Giving our hands a workout today. Love our bar chords. All right, so here we go. From the very, very top, I'll play this slowly. Follow along, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, helps the cause. And let's see, I'll put a link to the album. There it is, folks. Haven't gotten it already? There it is. All right. So here we go, from the top. C sharp minor, E, B, back to C sharp minor, okay? So that's what's happening there. Now, there's a really great double stop line here that's played over the F sharp. I want to show you how to play it because it's so cool. It sounds like this. Okay? Here's how it goes. And those of you who have an electric, this really helps having an electric in this portion of the lesson here. So what we're going to do here, okay, again, we're only using these 3 fingers at different times. So for this first part, 2nd and 3rd finger, have them ready to go. Go ahead and place that on the 16th fret, okay, of that G string. 3rd finger, 16th fret of the high E. So that should sound like this. You're going to slide that G string up a whole step. Okay, so now you're on the 18th fret of the G and the high E. And then we're going to go backwards. Now back to the 16th fret, G and E respectively. And now our 2nd finger moves, 15th fret of the G string, 1st finger, 2nd fret of the high E string, F sharp. Let's do that again. go ahead and do that again, nice and slowly here. Can't play anything fast, can't play slow. One more time. It's a great line. So incorporate that, especially if you're a second guitar player in a band, you can do all this stuff. So if chords is what you like to play and all that good stuff, the lesson is over for you right now, okay? But those of you who want to learn a little extra, some of these really cool lines that are in the verse and in the the intro and the verses, a couple stuff in chorus too. We're going to go through that. We might even go over, but that's okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and look at this. So we see it right after the intro. So after we play this, we have a nice little line, and it sounds something like this. And it's awesome. So let me show you how to play this. Easier than it sounds. So, okay, first finger here, I want you to place that across the 7th fret of the B string and the high E string, like that. So, gotta love some double stops. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna slide that up to the 9th fret and then bring it back to the 7th fret. So we hear this at like the 8-second mark. Okay, not too bad. And then we're gonna do the same thing except from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret, same strings, okay? Cool stuff, right? So that sounds like this. And how I'm choosing to pick this with my right hand, with my strumming hand, the pick is playing the B string. I'm striking upward again. I like hybrid picking because that's a huge part of my technique. I'm plucking upward on the high E string. Now, if you just wanted to strum this, you could. I think it's a little more delicate when you hybrid pick it. So that's what I like to do. Yeah, I'm with you. Double stops are awesome. Okay, so that's what's happening there. Everybody good so far? Let me know in the comments. So the next little riff that we see, what are my notes? In the 12-second mark, okay, is we have this. It's good stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to go back to that 7th fret of the B string and the high E, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to go. Okay, I'll do that again. Such a great line. I love it. So, first finger, 7th fret of the B string and the high E. Get your 3rd finger, placing that on the 9th fret of the B string. Okay, so we're going to play this. But we're going to pull off with that 3rd finger. Like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that again. And again, I'm hybrid picking this too. Okay. Now the next line, we're going to do that same pull-off thing, but we're going to play it, you know, with a different little chord here. First 2 fingers, okay, first finger, placing that on the 6th fret of the G string, okay, that lovely D sharp. 2nd finger, okay, on the F sharp, 7th fret of the B string. And then that 3rd finger, placing that, okay, 8th fret of the G string, and then pull it off. So we've got 2 pull-offs here. Let's go ahead and do that again. Let's do that again, nice and slow. Okay. Now from there, we're going to strike that little F sharp there and then slide it back to our little tiny little E chord. But it's a dyad, okay? So that first finger should be on the 5th fret of the G string, or 4th fret of the, first finger, 4th fret of the G string, B note. Second finger on E, 5th fret of the B string, okay? Nice and slowly. Sounds like this. Striking it only one time, giving it enough power for the notes to sound nice and clear when they're at their final destination there. Okay, so let's do that again. Awesomeness. Okay. Let's do the whole line here. Let me do that again. Cool stuff, right? Let's do that again, nice and slowly. Can't play anything fast, we can't play slow. One more time. I love that little line. If we play it faster. So day after day, I'm so confused. So that happens before that first line. Okay, so. And then we get a. It's good stuff. So there's another little line that happens in the verse, okay? And this is just, it's just awesome. I love this. So it sounds like this. Okay, all playing around that E chord. So let me show you how to do that. First finger. Place that across the 4th fret of the D string, G string and B string. Get that 3rd finger here. So this is, think of this as like a B sus4 to a B major. So getting that 3rd finger now, 5th fret of the B string, like that. And again, I'm hybrid picking here too. Okay. And then we're going to strike that sus4 twice. Let's do that again. And again. So that's the first part, okay? And now let's look at the second part. Then we go to our E major. So tasty. Really great playing here. I had to watch a live version to see how they did that, because you can play that in a bunch of different spots, but this is, from the videos I watched, I'm like pretty sure this is how they did it, so. Like that. That's what we want. So, that second part, so this is going to be, you're only going to strike the 4th fret of the D string and the G string, and then you're going to hammer on with your 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and then that 2nd finger goes on the E note, 5th fret of the B string. Okay. Just like that. So here's the whole thing slowly. Again. Again. Let's do that one more time. So that's what's happening there. Now, there's a great line, and I'm going to leave you with this double stop. This will be the last one we do for this tune. Again, if you guys are enjoying these lessons, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It absolutely helps the cause, and these are just such a blast. And again, I'm so thankful that we're building such a wonderful community here. Everyone is so kind to each other, so I just want to say thank you for being so kind to one another. As I mentioned earlier, we are all students, including myself. I'm a constant student and being constantly humbled by the guitar. So we're all a big community of students here, okay? So here's the last line we're gonna go through today. It's at the 23-second mark. It's so beautiful. It's all double stops, so it sounds like this. And then we've got, and then it leads in right into our chorus, which is great. So this series of double stops, really, really beautiful. Again, we are very much so in the key of B today. So we're going to be using our first, second, and third finger. We're going to start with these first two. Again, you can find this line at the 23-second mark. We're going to get our first finger here, placing that on B, 7th fret of the E string, second finger, 8th fret of the G string. Beautiful little double stop. And again, what I'm doing here, and I do it naturally, my pick, I have tucked my second finger, I have tucked it in like this. So see how you can kind of, let's see that through the screen, okay, like that. So I'm holding it this way, and I am only plucking the strings with my thumb and first finger. Could you hybrid pick this if you want? You could, but for these double stops, I kind of like just using my fingers here, okay? So I'll leave that up to you. And I did it naturally, I wasn't even thinking about it. Once you incorporate these new techniques in your playing, they really become part of you, and you will do it just without thinking about it. So again, just goes back to perfect practice, okay? Really well-intentioned practice when you're playing. All right, so let's go ahead and play this now. Now what I want you to do here, so we've got that one. I want you to get your second and third finger, okay? Second finger, 9th fret of the G string, third finger, 9th fret of the high E string. And then we're gonna slide that up to the 11th fret. So that sounds like this. Notice how I only plucked it one time with my strumming hand. Watch again. One time. So give it enough power, because you don't want to do, that's not how it goes. Strike it once, let it ride, okay? Now, the next little bit, okay? Bringing that second finger, sliding it up to the 13th fret of that G string. First finger is playing the E note, 12th fret of the high E, just like that. And then from there, go back to the 11th fret. So that sounds like this now. I'll play it slower. Again. Okay. Great little fills, aren't they? I just love this little line. I had to teach it today. Now from there, we're going back to the 9th fret and then right back to the 11th. So that sounds like this in context. Back to the 7th and 8th fret. And then to the 9th. Lots to work on. Let's take our time. Let's go through the whole thing so far. Nice and slowly here. One more time. Yeah, we'll do it a few more times. Go ahead. Again. Again. Now the final part. And that leads right into our chorus. All that is 9th fret, sliding up to the 11th fret, okay? And then 12th and 13th fret of that high E and G string. All of these lines are only on the G string and the high E. Okay, a little bit of a rest. And then we go into that chorus. So I'll go ahead and do that line a couple more times here. And give it some good sustain. Here we go from the top. And right into the chorus. One more time. Like that. So there you go, guys. That is Drift Away by Dobie Gray. A nice, lovely tune. An hour later, hope you learned how to play it. Again, wishing you so much success in your musical journey. Thank you all so, so much. Thanks for the kind words. Thanks for being kind to one another. This was a lot of fun. It's great to be back live. It is wonderful. Again, if you guys are in Laguna Beach, California, I have a gig November 11th, 2023. I'm doing a very intimate acoustic show with a friend of mine. So if you guys are in that part of California, would love to see you. I may have some vinyl for sale too. I'm going to bring some. Also too, my big vinyl release show in Los Angeles is going to be on December 9th at the Mint. Tickets are on my website, angelapetrillimusic.com. Would love to see you there. It is an honor to share. Oh, thank you, Rich. That is so cool. Thank you that's really, really kind. It's an honor for me to do these week after week. It is such a blast. Hoping to just spread the good vibes, and I think music makes the world a better place. So let's play a lot of music and be kind to one another. What do you say? So, wishing you so much success. Thanks to my friends at Fishman for helping me do these week after week. Thanks to all of you for coming back and for learning with me and all of that good stuff. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would absolutely love it if you did. It does help the cause and get the word out there. And yeah, hope to see you at a gig sometime. Check my website for tour dates. Everybody take care. Thank you so much. And have a wonderful weekend.